Everybody, Missy D here. Um, Finally, I'm able to record this video. I've been having issues. I've had all kinds of things come up that have prevented me from doing this, just technical things and just all kinds of craziness. Anyway, I wanted to make this video really quick. I took a few notes. I'm going to start out with that first. This video is going to be about Jesus coming back for his church, for the believers, for the ones looking for him, the ones that are watching and they're ready, they're reborn. And just a couple side notes. I'm still reading the Bible. I'm still trying to learn everything. I'm not perfect with it. There's a lot of stuff that I thought I really knew and fully understood, but when it came down to it, I had to go back. I had to do a lot of research, all that. I'm still not 100%, but it doesn't matter. That's fine. The Holy Spirit's wanted me to do this video to let people know that he's coming back soon, that time's short. Like, he really is coming back soon. And he told me not to procrastinate anymore. Don't worry about all the details. Don't worry about blah, blah, blah. Just get this message out to the people. So that's what I'm doing. Also, about a year ago, when this whole Rona thing went down, I felt in my spirit, and my sister too, down in Tennessee, we both felt like something was really wrong, like something was going to happen, right? And we believed that there was more going on than what the government was telling us and everybody was saying. So I've known pretty much, I think it all came out in March. So I believe in February, when everything was over in China still and it hadn't hit America yet, I knew right then something was up. Something, like, it was coming to us. Like, I had that feeling in my heart, like in my soul, like it's coming here, right? And so another thing around that time, last spring and last summer, me and my sister both got the Holy Spirit, like, really strong, stronger than any other time in our life. We got the Holy Spirit. And I really felt strongly in my spirit, and so did my sister, that Jesus was coming back last summer. So summer of 2020. That's what we really believed. That's what we felt in our hearts. The Holy Spirit was strong. Now that I look back, and I had to, like, forgive myself for that. I repented for that, because I did honestly believe that Jesus was coming back last summer. And I put that out there, and I deleted it, and so now I'm officially saying, obviously I was wrong. My problem with that, the only problem with how I felt and what I put out there, wasn't that Jesus isn't coming back soon, but I put a date on it, and I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. So with that being said, last summer, it was about probably just a couple minutes till midnight. I was letting my dog out. He had to go potty, and I'm standing in front of my garage door. Or actually, at this point, I'm in my yard now. So I'm in my yard at this point. And probably, like, there's nobody out. It's really quiet. It's almost midnight, like I said. And I'm waiting on my dog to do his thing. And all of a sudden, I hear from the sky, right? From the sky, it sounded like angels were falling down, right? Like they were falling from the sky, right? And where I was standing in my yard was only a few feet away from like the main road in my neighborhood. And so when I heard this, obviously I was freaking out, like when it first happened, my first thought was like, was that angels or was that something else, So I think now looking back, I think it was angels. I think it was. I don't know why. I don't know where they went because when they fell, they landed somewhere. It sounded like they landed somewhere just a few feet away from me in the road in front of my house, right? But I don't know where they went. I never heard or seen anything after that. Um, but, yeah, that was pretty wild. My sister also said that she heard what sounded like angels singing too, um, in the woods by her house, right? So this happened to both of us, and if I'm not mistaken, it happened within like a day apart. I didn't Apparently she had heard what she thought sounded like angels singing, um like the day before I had heard it, I believe. Yeah. And then so like the next night I heard something similar to that, right? All right, so I just wanted to say that really quick. um okay, another thing, shofars in the past. A shofar. And I had said once before that I thought it was trumpets. It wasn't trumpets. It was a shofar. So it was like the sound like that. Um, and if you don't know what a shofar is, it's what the Jews use. They blow that. It's a horn, and I believe it's from a ram. They use that on the feast days. If you look up the feast days that the Jews celebrate, like the Feast of Trumpets, and there's like a bunch of them, they blow that horn as part of their ceremony, right? Well, that's what I've heard before in the past, okay? Let's see. Okay, since I've gotten the Holy Spirit, me and my sister both actually, since last year, um, I feel like he could come back at any minute, right? Like at any minute, he's going to be here and we're going up with him. So I feel this urgency to let people know. It's still strong like it was last year, not as strong just yet, but it's pretty strong. Um, and I just feel like I need to let people know. So I need to let my family know, my friends know, strangers know, let you guys know, other believers, um, that a lot of people are having dreams, they're having visions, all this, they're getting the Holy Spirit and they're feeling like I'm feeling. Um, and so I just wanted to let you know that. Um, but yeah, I keep looking for him. So I'm looking in the sky like every day. I'm paying attention to the clouds. I'm waiting for him to come back, right? Um, I'm trying to get family members' attention. I've got friends that I haven't talked to in years that when I did reach out to them last year and was trying to warn them that there's not much time, um, they basically called me crazy, asked me if I was doing okay and things like that. You know, yeah. So, and another side note, since I was probably, I guess was I 4 or 5? I guess I was 4 or 5 years old. Since I was like 4 or 5, um, I remember sitting in my room, right? And I used to watch TV a lot as a kid because I was pretty like, my mom was pretty antisocial, so I spent a lot of time alone, right? So I would like watch TV, watch my cartoons, play with my toys. I had, a couple little dogs and stuff like that. And I just remember the Holy Spirit telling me back then as a kid, around 4 or 5 years old, wasn't even in school yet, that Jesus would be coming back during my lifetime. While I was still alive on this earth, he would be back and I would see him, right? So the only explanation for that, for the Holy Spirit talking to me at such a young age, because my parents both believed, they were Christians, you could say, but they didn't act like Christians. So we didn't go to church regular. I think the only time I went to church was like vacation Bible school, like in the summer. Um, and then I had some friends who went to church. So I would go to church, right? Um, my step grandma from back then used to pray all the time. Like she was Pentecostal. She had like the long hair. She wore the long skirts, all that kind of stuff. She would feed the homeless people. Like at the time, my papa would be cussing her out. He'd be drinking. He was a big drinker back then. What are you doing? Like feeding strangers and talking to them like you don't know those people. But she always did. It was like God told her to